y'all doing this evening? I am Marcus the Alphabets, and welcome to the Alphabets Football Talk Show, where we take you on a 2-hour journey to discuss our favorite sport in the whole wide world, the NFL. First things first, I'd like to introduce my co-host, the First Lady, Steelers fanatic, and Ramona Die Hard Die. How you doing, Mona?
I'm good, but somebody's gonna have to turn their mic off.
Somebody got to watch your mic. Next, he just popped up. I knew he wouldn't miss it. I knew he'd be here. I got my man in the house, Buffalo legend, the coach, the journalist, the reporter, Wuffo Sports, Mookie Hawkins up in the house. What's going on, baby? Turn your mic on, brother. Turn your mic on, Mook.
What you got on your head?
Hey, I'm a man of my word, man. Win, lose, or draw. That's how I get down, man. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he repays his debts. You know what I'm saying? So I lost. I said what I would do, and so that's what I'm doing. I actually didn't make it because I'm kind of dealing with an eye infection, but I'm gonna fight through it tonight as much as I can. Next, I want to introduce my man, the host of the Buck Flair Show, Tampa Bay enthusiast. I got Buck Flair up in the house. Buck, where you at, baby? Buck.
What's up, Marcus?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Shout out to the Bucks and Marcus wearing a Bills hat tonight. Woo!
Next, I got my man. I got the CEO of Rise up in the house, host of the Buffalo Bills early morning show on Sunday mornings and everything else Monday Madness. I got the fire starter. I got the torch up in the house. What's up, baby?
Y'all already know what it is, man. Go Pack Go, second to none. You know what it is. Shout out to the Bills Mafia. I'm glad for everything that y'all doing. Let's make it happen. Finish the race.
That's right. And last but not least, I got Ricky Bobby up in the house, Kansas City Chiefs enthusiast. Got him in the house. He got the throwback. Chiefs jersey. Got the Marcus Allen on.
Yes,
got
sir.
The Marcus Allen on.
Nailed it.
Quick story, man. The reason why my whole football career I wore number 32 because of Marcus Allen. Just a quick story there. So so tonight I have representatives from each of the teams. The Final Four. I thought it would only be fitting. Actually, this was Mona's idea. She's like, we got to get all these guys up in here. You know, we usually don't have too many guests, but, you know, it's a special occasion. So welcome, guys. First things first, I always start off with the news and notes just to kind of keep you, let you know what's going on. We had a few things happen. Now, this isn't really, not really football related, but this is a football show, but I'm also certain people, just historical people. We just like to throw them up in there. We want to say rest in peace to Henry Hank Aaron, the guy who broke Babe Ruth's home run record. He passed away today at 86. We want to hope he rests in peace and just appreciate everything he did for, things, everything he did. So just breaking that line and breaking that record and just everything he represented, we want to say rest in peace to him. So, we had a few losses this week. We also had Ted Thompson, former general manager of the Green Bay Packers. He's basically the architect of those really nice Green Bay teams, and probably more famously known for being the man who traded Brett Favre. Dre, you could probably speak a little bit to this about how he this dude got death threats. He got death threats. So this guy though, he really we all know how great Green Bay was in the 60s, those Vince Lombardi teams. But in the 90s, the Packers, Ted Thompson started bringing in some talent, bringing in free agents. Once free agency, we switched to the free agent model, and he started getting some players like Reggie White and Brett Favre and guys like that, and really made some noise. So rest in peace to him. So we got through the wild card round. We got through the divisional round, and now we are at the Final Four. We got the Bucks, we got the Pack, we got the Buffalo Bills, and we got the Chiefs. Want to tag me, please? I can't see any comments. If you could, these are the four that we have left. So we're gonna definitely discuss this and go into depth about these two games and see how everybody matches up, and we're gonna go from there. So. Looking forward to it. So first thing, we have some news to report as far as like players that are going to probably miss the game. It has been announced already. Unfortunately for the Bucks, that Antonio Brown will not play. He has been ruled out. Bruce Arians, he made it known today that he was not going to play. He's got a knee injury. It's got to be something major for to miss a game like this. It's got to be something pretty serious. So Tom Brady's going to be down one of his weapons, and Mike Evans and Gronk and Chris Godwin are going to have to step it up. Scotty Miller, but we'll see if they're up to the task. But what do you think? What do you think about that?
It was not surprising. I mean, that Saints game when he went out, the way that turf, you know how that turf is. That turf has a lot to do with that injury right there. So I guess the main focus here will be Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, using the two tight ends, Godwin, Evans. Everybody's banged up this time of year. I looked at the report. There's so many guys on each team. There's at least 8 guys from each team on the injury report list. So everybody's nicked up and banged up. So like I said, Brady's got his weapons. You're talking about the Packers led the league in scoring. We were 3rd. So there's more weapons on each of these teams.
No doubt. So I believe all of the coaching vacancies in the NFL have been filled. This one here was a little bit of a surprise to me. Former Saints assistant Dan Campbell, he was also a player. He was a tight end for us and for the Giants in his playing days. Dan Campbell gets hired, takes over for Matt Patricia after Matt Patricia was fired. So that Lions, I think all of the vacancies have been filled now. The Eagles got their coach, Jags. I think the only the Texans, right? I don't think the Texans have hired anybody, have they?
No, Texans waiting on Bieniemy. They're gonna wait on Bieniemy.
They're waiting on Bieniemy. So yeah. So
I think so. That's the rumor.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of. I think the Texans are the last vacancy. So we'll see what happens with that. History. We saw a lot of history this week, not just in sports but in politics. We got our first female vice president, but we got our first female to officiate the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Sarah Thomas. I love to see stuff like that, breaking barriers. So congratulations to her.
That's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah.
She got you some tickets. So I'm assuming you got some tickets to the game, right?
She got that great last name, Thomas. So yep. Hey, everything's working out.
Okay. So look, as much as Aaron Rodgers has been playing, I think he got drafted in 2005. This is his first NFC championship game that he's played at Lambeau Field, which is crazy, man. Considering how long he's been playing. So congratulations to him. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens to that. Looking forward to a great game.
Also, Texans are interviewing Caldwell and Josh McCown.
Josh McCown.
McCown. Okay, I wouldn't try to catch his name.
Yeah, he's no coaching. You know what? That's always annoyed me. You know, you see a lot of guys that retire from the NBA, and then right after they retire, they get jobs as head coaches. I don't understand why they don't do that in the NFL. It's like, well, he doesn't have enough experience, dude. If you've been playing in the NFL for 20 years, you don't think Tom Brady could be a head coach? Like seriously, or Drew Brees if he really wanted to. So. Congratulations. We'll see what happens with that. Congratulations to the Bills. For the first time since 1993, the Bills will play the AFC title, play in the AFC title game. So, you know, there's been, you know, they've had a phenomenal season, and like Dre was saying, you know, it's time to finish the fight. So, we'll see what happens. Got some great games lined up. We had another retirement. We had Phillip Rivers announce his retirement after 17 seasons. Real quick, I want to ask the whole panel here: is Phillip Rivers? Is he a Hall of Famer? Mook?
Yeah, but he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Not a first ballot. Mona?
I agree. I don't think he's first ballot. I don't even know if he's a second ballot Hall of Famer.
Okay, Dre? Is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, he's not a first ballot though.
Okay. Ricky Bobby?
I'm not so sure with his playoff record, but he's had a pretty good career.
Okay.
It's definitely not a first ballot.
Definitely not. And Buck, is he a Hall of Famer?
This is just going to depend on how the writers do this, because the biggest thing that's going to happen between this is going to be Eli Manning and Rivers. You know, if Eli Manning gets in, Rivers is probably going to get in. So we'll see how this plays out.
Eli Manning has a little bit. Eli Manning has 2 rings, so I don't think that's
a huge difference.
When you got having rings matters. Now that's not to say as a quarterback, if you don't have rings that you won't make it, but there's very few. I can think maybe 4 or 5. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Dan Fouts. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Dan Fouts. Am I missing anybody?
Warren
Moon. And you see how hard that is? I mean, look, it's the Skip Bayless. Shout out to FS1 and the show he does over there. He said this is the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Very Good. So, you know, having a ring would definitely help. But we have seen guys get in there. I've seen them choke too many times. I'm kind of like this. If Phillip Rivers gets in, then Tony Romo needs to get in. And
get out of here. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Stop.
If Phillip Rivers gets in,
take that hat off. Take that Bills hat off before you start saying anything about some Cowboys, bro. You cannot sit up here. I can't let you get away with that. Tony Romo is no Phillip Rivers, bro. He don't have 60,000.
I got another name.
He don't have 60,000, bro. He don't have.
I'll give you another name. I'll give you another name. Donovan McNabb.
No.
4 NFC championship games.
Rivers go in before him.
Yes. Right, the answer is yes.
Okay. Well, they're going to definitely have to.
You said Tony Romo. Tony Romo.
Yes. Hold on. Time out.
Never be in the Hall of Fame.
The answer is yes. If we talking about Tony Romo or we talking about Phillip Rivers, the answer is yes. Absolutely. Donovan McNabb has been to Super Bowl. Donovan McNabb has had more success in the playoffs than Phillip Rivers. Donovan McNabb has been a better leader than Phillip Rivers. If we're going to be very honest, we're going to tell the truth about it.
What do you mean he's been a better? Come on, man. How can you say he's a better leader than Phillip Rivers? When do you have to back that statement, Dre?
Okay, so let me tell you how I know he's been a better leader. First and foremost, has he led his team further? Has he led his team further in the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So that's a sign of a leader.
Well, all,
and usually the quarterback. Hold on, Mookie, before you interrupt. Hold on, Mookie, before you interrupt.
He didn't lead that team. T.O. led that team.
Mookie, before T.O. was there, stop acting like T.O. was there the whole time.
T.O.
Stop acting like T.O. was there the whole time.
You cannot make it to the Hall of Fame when your peers question you. When your teammates question you.
No, man. I bet you make the Hall of Fame. He may not be a first ballot, but I bet you make the Hall of Fame.
What about Randall Cunningham?
I bet you Phillip Rivers have more respect for anybody in NFL than not.
What about Randall Cunningham?
Over Randall Cunningham?
Randall Cunningham.
I'm putting Randall in over McNabb.
Wow.
I can respect Randall, but
that's very disrespectful. If you're gonna put in Randall Cunningham, now you got to put in Michael.
You wilding now.
Now you got to pick in Michael.
We talking Philly quarterbacks. I'm putting.
We talking about. Hold on. Are we talking about what he did on the field, or are we talking about?
Hey,
are we talking about politics,
guys? One at a time, please.
My thing is,
if you're gonna talk,
are we talking about what he did on the field, or are we talking about politics and how people feel?
Politics?
I don't know.
What you mean was politics?
Okay, the whole Terrell Owens and him situation was obviously difference of opinion that the media blew up too. They blew that right up. So because of that, Donovan McNabb should be discredited for what he's done. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, but I tell you what, hey, I tell you what, ask T.O. that when it comes down to his vote. If he had a vote, who we gonna vote for first, McNabb or Rivers? He got his gold jacket.
He ain't the only one that vote though.
He got his gold jacket.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Did T.O. get played out of a first round?
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is, if he got played, then I wouldn't expect nothing less from Donovan McNabb to get played.
No
Donovan McNabb still will make the Hall of Fame though.
He'll make it.
We'll get back to that if we have some time. We got to move on because we got a lot of stuff to cover.
Yo, Marcus, you done said so much stuff that I wanted to comment on earlier, but I'll wait.
We got time. We'll definitely cover it. I want to get this news and notes out of the way. We'll definitely get to it. I'm glad I got you guys up in here. I know we gonna talk a little smiggity smack. I got my guys up in here, so we'll definitely get to it. Phillip Rivers' retirement leaves Steelers QB Ben Roethlisberger is the last man standing from the 2004 draft class. First, we had Eli Manning retire. Now we got Phillip Rivers. So now we all that's left is Big Ben, and we'll see. Speaking of Big Ben, he has a new teammate, and maybe his future replacement. Now, Ramona, this is your squad. I really want to know what you think about this. Steelers have officially signed. I shot this news to Ramona, and she nearly did backflips whenever I told her this. She was pretty happy about this.
Well, it's not that I'm really happy. He wasn't even in my spectrum of an idea of them getting him. Although I didn't realize that Washington had cut him in December. But I don't really have a problem. Here's my deal with Dwayne Haskins. He needs to grow up a little. I think we all can agree on that. But one of the biggest things is the Washington football team, who was known as the Washington Redskins when they did this to him, kind of threw him under the bus and expected him to work miracles with a team that was completely injured, an offensive line that wasn't protecting the quarterback at all. And he didn't have who were the two running backs that were out injured when they put him in there. He had no weapons. And they expected him to create miracles on that football team. And to me, I think they absolutely stunned him. I think that they actually set him back a little. But I do think he's coachable. I think that if he's in an organization that actually will work with him and coach this kid, I think he can do wonders in the NFL. Can he do it for the Pittsburgh Steelers? I think he's a fill-in. I think that this tells me that Big Ben will be back next year. This tells me Big Ben will be back. He will sit under Ben. He will learn a little bit. They may keep him as a Maddox style type quarterback for a few years till they find the quarterback they want for their future. He is not the future of the NFL or for the Steelers. But this tells me another thing. Our number one pick, 24th overall, I've done 5 or 6 mock drafts now that I've seen, and they have Najee Harris going in the second round. Najee is not falling to the second round, and if Pittsburgh has to trade up, I believe Pittsburgh will trade up and get Najee Harris.
So you're saying that a running back's going to go in the first round again?
Najee Harris will go in the first round. Honey, look at our running game. What have we done? What has Pittsburgh done in their running game the last 3 years? We're not used to not having a running game, people.
Yeah,
come on.
Watch James Conner sit over on the sideline drinking Gatorade.
Conner won't be on the team next year. He will not get a new contract, I don't think.
You know what this also tells me? They have no faith in Mason Rudolph and Josh Dobbs. That's what it also tells me. So I'm going to say one last thing, too, before we move on. I have no faith in Ohio State quarterbacks. Is that a bad thing to say? I don't have any faith in Ohio State quarterbacks. I don't have faith in I would rather go to war with a guy who played at a decent program, who lost games, but he was the main reason why his team was winning, rather than a guy who plays with NFL caliber receivers his whole college career that makes him look better than what he is. Tim Tebow, Ken Dorsey. When you have guys like that, it makes them look really good. I tell people all the time, oh man, look at what Tebow did in college. He played with Percy Harvin. He played with Chris Rainey. He played with Aaron Hernandez. He played
Caldwell.
He played with.
No, he didn't play with Caldwell. He didn't play with.
He played with the Pouncey. He played with the Pouncey twins on his offensive line.
Hernandez.
Ken Dorsey had Santana Moss. He had Santana Moss and Andre Johnson as his receivers, with Clinton Portis and Willis McGahee as his running backs. It makes these guys look. Who did Patrick Mahomes play with in college? Anybody? NFL caliber players. Who did he play with? You look at those Ohio State guys. I mean, he played with Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver, J.K. Dobbins. I mean, we know the type of caliber athletes that Ohio State puts out, and it makes these guys look better than what they are. So they get used to they don't know how to throw in the windows and stuff like that. So I'm not sure I'm sold on Justin Fields. I'm not sold. Who did Dak Prescott play with at Mississippi State? Who did Josh Allen play with at Wyoming? Who did you look at these guys like that didn't really have a whole lot of talent around them and still made their teams a little bit better? That's the guy that I want. So, another coach hiring the Eagles.
I don't know who's got all that noise in the background. Got to go.
The Eagles have hired a Colts offensive coordinator, Nick Sirianni, as their next head coach. Like I was saying earlier, all the head coach. Has anybody heard of this guy? Because I haven't. Mook, you ever heard of this dude?
Yeah. He's from down the street.
He's down the street?
He's from down the street in Jamestown. Born and raised. We got Sirianni. Sirianni was a good hire. Good sneaky hire. Good safe, sneaky hire for Philadelphia. Something that they was looking for. You got to look at it. Frank Wright was the offensive coordinator for Philly when they won the Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni is Frank Wright's offensive coordinator. So, that's what's missing in Philadelphia. Someone who's familiar with that scheme to, I guess, try to help Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts. How would they implement that? How would they make that work? That remains to be seen. But the style of what that team emulated in the Super Bowl, you have a carbon copy in Sirianni. A great offensive mind. He's real good at, paying attention to details, something that offense desperately need in Philly. So, definitely a sleeper, sneaky pick for Philly. I like the pick.
I don't care if he's from Jamestown, LeBron Jamestown. I don't care where he's from. I will tell you this. head coaching positions, 0-5 when it comes to black minorities.
But you gotta look at it too. Sometimes them black coaches didn't want to go to Philly. The enemy didn't want to go to Philly, bro. Like y'all can't look at it like that neither. Like, you know what I mean? They getting looked over. They don't want to go there. I talked to B-Enemy after the Super Bowl. You know, he said, hey, when it's his time, when it's a perfect fit for him, he'll go. It ain't been no fit for him, I guess. You know what I mean? The Houston team probably was Houston and Atlanta, I felt, were probably the two destinations for B-Enemy.
Well, there's a lot of people saying he ain't even been getting interviewed, so I don't know.
Well, it's been toxic. Well, you know, because of the rules of the NFL, they playing in the playoffs, so you can't just have access to talk to them while they doing that. That's the pros and cons of that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird though, because I've seen a couple people in the playoffs have access to coaching jobs though. I mean, make it make sense.
I'm sorry, guys, but we really got to move on because we have a lot of slides.
That's fine. Let's go.
I would like to mention this real quick. I called this before the season ended. Even I said our first move was firing our OC. Second move was that Marquise Pouncey would be retiring, and he has already said he is retiring, but it's not been official yet. Vance McDonald kind of shocked me. Them cutting Villanueva did not shock me, but I said our draft this year will be an offensive draft.
I got no money. Pittsburgh, y'all ain't got no money. Y'all cap strapped just like the Bills is.
Yep.
Y'all gotta get rid of people.
We're worse than Bills.
I think what they're trying to do is get rid of. Look, the Haskins pickup is brilliant. Basically, you got a first round talent for peanuts. Okay,
for free.
For free. You got a first round talent. You got I think he was the number 6 pick in the draft.
Washington still has to pay him the remaining contract. It was all guarantees first round.
Well, they're biding their time until Ben isn't on the team and isn't taking out cap space. Yes. But believe you me, he has taken cuts the last few years, and they will restructure his contract this year as well.
You got a $40 billion cap hit.
Yeah, when Ben retires, which I expect Ben to retire in the next 2 years, that's going to free up a lot of space. Then
$40 billion cap hit, bro.
You might have your quarterback of the future. You got rid of because they got to start making some money. They got to start clearing up some cap space because they have 2 really big contracts that they got to sign in the next couple of years. That's Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt. Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt. They got to make some room for them because they're gonna have to pay them boys.
I got a quick comment if that's the case. I got a quick comment. I got a quick comment. I just want to know how you addressing that whole entire old offensive line. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but that offensive line is old. You know it, like I know it.
I said that.
Right. No. I'm agreeing with you. They're old. Let's be clear on that. So you cutting Villanueva. You still got Big Ben $40 million on the strap cap, right? And then you got to pay Juju. Juju a free agent unless you letting Juju walk.
I think Juju's going to walk. I think they're going to let him walk.
Juju.
I don't know for sure. I don't know this for sure, but I'll be honest with you. Trust me when I tell you, the Steel organization is not happy with his antics towards the middle to the end of this season. They're not happy with the things that Juju was. That is not Pittsburgh class football. Come on, we all know that. And those kind of players do not last long in Pittsburgh. They never have.
Oh, I agree.
I think this offseason you lose Juju. I think you lose. I think Chase Claypool emerged as you all's number 1. Even over Deontay Johnson, I think Chase Claypool emerges your number 1. And I think
can't run all the routes to be a number 1. What's classified number 1 for you? He can't run all the routes to run a number 1. He don't run all the routes.
Well,
and he drop passes.
I agree.
I think that's
what I'm looking like.
Who's the person who scares you on the Pittsburgh Steelers and their receiving core? Who scares you?
Nobody.
Nobody.
He's 6 foot 5. He's 6 foot 5. He's 6 foot 5. And he runs a 4.3. We can work on the hands.
They don't take into account that the offensive line, when you don't have an offensive line, you have to worry about the pass rush. You have to worry about the running game, And when you have all those facets that you have to worry about, and you have a quarterback who's throwing the ball at 2.2 seconds release from the time he gets the ball, because he knows that offensive line can't protect him and he don't want to get hit. At this point, it changes the whole aspect of the offense. Come on, people. You've got to understand that. I know y'all are smart. I know y'all know football. I know that y'all don't watch those games like I have, but I know that you have to have seen this when your teams have played my team. And if you haven't, then you haven't been paying attention. It's as simple as that.
Where the game is going up.
I think the Steelers front office is playing as well. Like I said, I think Juju's gone unless he takes a massive pay cut. And I think Bud Dupree is gone.
Well, I would say this real quick too. Is one thing to diagnose it, is another thing to fix it.
What?
No, that's all I'm putting out there.
So jump into
it'll take a few years to fix the problems that we got going on in Pittsburgh.
Whoa, USA Network will take over NBC Sports.
So talking about we're gonna jump back real quick to the divisional round of the playoffs last week. First game we have here is the Rams versus the Pack. And all I can say is Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. Just Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't just Devontae Adams, even though Adams did his thing. Alan Lazard had a good game. Marquez Valdez-Scantling had a good game. And I thought that the most telling thing from that game was that they neutralized Aaron Donald. They neutralized him. He didn't have any sacks. Aaron Rodgers was pretty much clean the whole game. And if you can't get to Aaron Rodgers will dissect your defense, and that's basically what happened. So, thoughts on the game, Dre?
Here's the thing. I want y'all to stop being modest about it. I heard too many folks talking about Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald and company. Number one defense, blah blah blah. I heard it. And like I said, people keep sleeping on Mr. Number 12, who's 37. He dancing around Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald coming for him. He like, who is this? Oh, he's just another person. Let me step up in the pocket. Let me do this. Oh, Jalen Ramsey, where you at? Devontae Adams scoring touchdowns on you. Like I'm just wondering, are we gonna hear the same narrative this week? Because I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to hear the same narrative. If we bring up week 6 one more time, and the Packers during week 6 was injured on defense, totally injured on defense, did not have Lazard or none of the wide receivers for real during that 38-10, even though we spotted them 10 points and then gave them 14 back off all turnovers. That ain't happening this week. You can kiss that goodbye. You in the frozen tundra. I hope them limbs feel real well. Them bones that's gonna be cracking and chilling because y'all used to playing in domes and outside arenas. Have fun with that, sir. I'm tired of the Green Bay talk. Been disrespectful. Oh, you know what else, real quick, Marcus? I just want to say about the Packers. It is disrespectful that, and I'm saying it's disrespectful. Even though I give him a lot of credit, I gave him a lot of credit on the Cleveland show I was just on recently. But it's disrespectful that Matt LaFleur and Sean McDermott was not 1 and 2 on the Coach of the Year award panel. That's disrespectful to me.
I think, some of that stuff is you have guys
major network bias. Go ahead, say it. Say major media network bias. Go ahead.
It's true. It's true. I thought that Stepnowski from the Browns deserves some consideration too for what he did with the Browns.
Well, 2 sources got him winning the whole thing. I'm just like, wait a minute. Okay, the Browns, but we not giving the Bills no props. We not giving Sean McDermott no props. Well, I've been listening to major media talking about it took Sean McDermott a long time.
Well, I think the thing with that, Dre, is that the Bills have been to the playoffs like 3 out of the past 4 years.
I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
We definitely don't want to hear that.
I want to hear that.
Hold on, Mook. Before you say that, Mook, I want to say one thing. The Green Bay Packers went 6-10 2 years in a row. Matt LaFleur came in as a rookie coach, 13-3, 13-3. What are we talking about? All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
What are we
Go
talking
ahead,
about?
explain. Go ahead, Boo.
There's only two teams in the there's two teams in the 100-year history of the NFL that have gone 0-16. The 2008 Detroit Lions and the 2017 Cleveland Browns. 0-16.
So
You
that
talking
don't get you. So that don't get you coach of the year because of that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
We know how
they didn't even win their division.
We need to move on, guys.
They didn't win the division.
I'm sorry, but it's like almost 10 o'clock.
Next game we had y'all know Ramona. She got that clock over there. She gonna keep us on schedule. So the next game we had Buffalo. We had Buffalo versus Baltimore, and once again Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Man, I've been singing this dude's praises all season. Stephon Diggs is a dog. He's a playmaker.
He's a beast.
He's a beast, and I think y'all's boy Brandon Bean, he deserves. I would have no problem with him being the exec of the year for pulling off that trade. I would have I would have no qualms with him winning that award.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Quarterback to receiver ratio, to me, they are the best tandem in the league right
now. Who is?
Allen and Diggs.
Correct. I agree.
I could see that. I mean, there would be some other people that would have a say in that. You could say Aaron
Rodgers, Adams, but again, that's 1B. We already know.
Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey.
Mahomes and Kelsey is a pretty big one.
That's pretty nice.
That's pretty good. We need that.
So, but
I mean, think about it. If Kelsey didn't have Hill around, what would his numbers be? If Hill didn't have Kelsey around, what would his numbers be?
Definitely. So
this Baltimore game, this Baltimore Bills game, I'm going to say it. I have to say it. At least we played the Browns tougher than what the Ravens did the Bills. I mean, because there were a few times we almost came back and beat the Browns in that game. So Baltimore was just never in this game.
No, they weren't.
The Bills did exactly what I said they had to do to win this game. They stopped them from running the football. They did.
Well, you guys are the hosts, right? It's Friday night, right? It's Friday night, right? I got 9 letters. SMACKDOWN. SmackDown. That's what happened. It was a SmackDown. That's all to it.
And I've always said, you let Lamar get behind, and he does not play well.
They're not built for that. Now, I know Mook, you and Dre were there at the game. Your thoughts on the game, Mook?
What I told you was gonna happen. Everybody thought that Lamar was gonna run wild. The Bills was gonna lose because the Ravens can run the ball. Okay, for 17 weeks, for 18 weeks, it hasn't been what the Bills done. It's been what the other team didn't do. Okay, all right. They still playing.
Remember what I said about
they still playing. They still playing, and guess what? Oh, Kansas City ran for 245 yards. Oh, KC's going to the Super Bowl. Yay! Okay. Same thing gonna happen.
We'll get to that. We got our predictions. We got our predictions coming up.
Hey, hold on, Mook. They need to put Nick Wright back in a Bills t-shirt and put some more ketchup and mustard on him. I just heard him say that if Lamar Jackson was in the game in the fourth quarter, we would have lost. After you just got ketchup and mustard put on you. Stop it, Nick Wright. You have no idea.
That's appeasing his
public. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I ain't got time for all that fake stuff that those guys do. They want to have ketchup and mustard fights for publicity.
No doubt. So the next game we had Cleveland versus KC. Look, I thought this would be a good game, and it goes to show you that Cleveland's running. I think Cleveland may have the best 1-2 punch at the running back position in the league.
Oh, nice.
When those two guys get going, they're really hard. You know,
They get
and for them to be able to deal with that, and then at the end of the game, we saw Patrick Mahomes take a brutal shot. There was some question as far as would Mahomes play this week because of the hit he took. He did go into concussion protocol. Ricky Bobby, this is your squad. What did you see in this game? Your thoughts on this game?
Mahomes was mid 200s when he went out in the second quarter. I think we easily would have put up a 40 piece if he stayed in. Henny did all right. Timing looked horrible. He doesn't have much reps with the first string, but Mahomes is going to play. I think we're going to be fine. I'm interested to see what's going on with CEH. Big thing about this game, though, I don't think you're going to see a bunch of running. You got to remember, Breeland's hurt. We're probably going to see rookie LJ Sneed lining up against Diggs. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried.
Okay. All right. Well, so they pulled it off. So congratulations to the Chiefs. Back to the AFC. They've been to the AFC champion
3 times,
3 years in a row. So
at home.
Hey, Marcus, can I add a little fire? Real quick, can I add a little fire?
There we go.
Ricky Bobby, I got a question for you.
Sir.
Was that helmet to helmet at the goal line, sir? Was that a helmet to helmet hit at the goal line, sir?
Here's the thing, and you're going to think I'm crazy. Was that an illegal hit? Yeah. He was leading with the crown of his helmet. It got missed real time. I did not think it was. Real time, I really thought it was his shoulder because it looked like he was kind of rolling, but he lowered his head down first. So he was leading with the crown of his helmet.
I love a respectable, non-biased, unbiased man, even about his own team.
I love Dirty Dan Sorensen, and I don't think he meant to be. Look, I don't think he was meaning to hurt anybody or anything like that. I think he's trying to make a play. But in real time, I really did not think it was until they slowed it down. When they slowed it down, he lowered his helmet first, and then his shoulders followed. The rules state you cannot lead with the crown of your helmet. That's against the rules. And unfortunately, that's what he did. It didn't get caught. I mean, it's the nature of the game. And unfortunately, it's not a reviewable play for the Browns. So,
no doubt. So
the fact that the Chiefs survived that was a heck of a game.
So the last game that we had was Tampa Bay versus the Saints. The two elder statesmen in the NFL, Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. And Tom Brady, he comes through again. He's back at it. People said he had a cupcake schedule in the AFC, and he's over here again in the NFC doing his thing back in another conference championship game. So congratulations, Buck. This is your squad. I want your opinion on this. What did you see? What did you see with the game and your thoughts?
That's the best game of the week. I mean, it was just an intense game. Bucks are 10-0 when they create the turnovers on the team, and Drew Brees gave up, I guess you could say, 4 of them. The big play with the Antoine Winfield, that was huge. That really turned that game around. And then Devin White. That's why Dre didn't want to face the Bucks. He wanted to face the Saints, an indoor team. He wanted the Saints. He wanted the Saints. He was praying for the Saints, but as soon as he saw that defense light up, he hung his head down low and started thinking about Buffalo and Tampa Bay, because we know it's going to be the Bills and the Bucks. Tom Brady against Buffalo. All those Buffalo Bills Mafia fans are going to have Brady to deal with come Super Bowl time. So
somebody told me last week that the Bills, that's what they want, because I think his words were, I don't want to mess up his quote. He said, we want to settle all family business. Somebody said that last week. I don't want to.
I think I said that.
That was Mookie Hawkins.
I don't want to mention no names or nothing, but
he can run, but he can't hide. We're gonna settle all family business.
all family business. So
listen, we don't listen. I got a rebuttal to that. Buck, first of all, we are not scared of the Buccaneers. Secondly, we don't want no politics Super Bowl. Thirdly, Tom Brady didn't win nothing. Drew Brees gave it away. That's exactly what happened. He gave it away.
And before we move on to the games this week, I want to ask everybody here, quick yes or no. And I'm going to start with my co-host. Is that the last professional game we see Drew Brees play, Mona?
I think so. I think he retires. I don't think he comes back next year. I think he has realized Father Time has passed him by. I think he's done.
Buck, you think that's it for Drew Brees?
Yes, he's done.
Ricky Bobby?
He's done.
Yeah, he's done. Watching the way he left the field, waved to the fans, the emotion in his face.
Yeah.
The way he stopped, looked back at the field, it definitely looked like a guy that was in that place.
That's it, huh? Mook, you think that's it for him? Mook, Dre, what do y'all think?
It's over for him. He went back and played with his rib still wasn't right, and there's rumors that he had a torn rotator cuff. So I don't think he's gonna come back. Plus, he got a big job. He got a Tony Romo deal waiting for him anyway right now. $15 million a year, I think, for what, CBS or Fox, one of those networks. So yeah, that's all that's gonna do.
I think that's a wrap for him. So
yeah, Moogie took it right out of my mouth. Yeah. I don't got to get hit, and I get paid. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
How many ribs does he break?
If you can sit back and make, $10 to $20 million a year, nice cushy job, working one game a week. You get to be home with your family, every night. Get to play some golf. I think you get to that stage there, and I think that's the last time we've seen Drew Brees on the field. And if it is, then that's a great way to great. He's had a great career. I don't know that's a great way to end, but he's had a great career. Definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I hope that he lives out the rest of his days in comfort and all that good stuff. So we're gonna move on to the games this week. What everybody's been waiting for. We got our picks for the last two games. We got the Final Four, and I'm so excited about these games. We got the Bucks, Tampa Bay. We got the Battle of the Bays, Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Green Bay Packers. Going to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. I think it's going to probably be cold as hell out there again. And look, Tom Brady's used to playing in the cold with all his years in New England. But we were talking a little bit before the game, and Dre was like, yeah, Tom Brady's used to playing in the cold. Is Mike Evans used to playing in the cold? Chris Godwin? So, but I think the one caveat to this is that Tampa Bay's running the ball a whole lot better with Fournette and Rojo. But I just think Aaron Rodgers is on a mission this year. This is me personally. I think Aaron Rodgers to cement his place in that GOAT conversation. And there's been a lot of talk because he does only have one Super Bowl. But there's a lot of people that will tell you, even though he's only got one ring, that he's still the best quarterback in the league. And I think with the way Aaron Jones is running the ball, Lazard is starting to pick it up. MVS shows up from time to time. And I think the one X factor in this game that no one's really talking about, I think Robert Tonyan. I think he's the X factor in this game. And I'm going to go with Green Bay at home. I'm going to say 31-28 Green Bay. Mona?
I think these are two of the best quarterbacks that we've seen play in the last probably 5-6 years. As far as their careers, the way they've evened out. I would add Drew Brees in that, of course. Of course, I would add the Ben in that one as well. But I still think that these two guys are just above and beyond. I think Aaron Rodgers gets MVP this year, hands down. I still think he's only just a notch above Josh Allen, but I think he wins it this year. And I think this is to the Green Bay Packers for Aaron Rodgers. I hope y'all all saw that, right? I think that's this for Aaron Rodgers. I think if Aaron Rodgers takes this team to the Super Bowl and wins, I think he leaves Green Bay next year. I think he'll either retire or he'll ask for a trade, or I don't know. But I think this is his, to Green Bay, to that organization, because I think he's still pissed off. And I think that's the reason why you got the kind of play that you got from Aaron Rodgers this year. And he was able to stay healthy, and he's got weapons around him, and he proves that at 37 he can still sling that football. So I think Packers win this one in Green Bay. I think it's going to be a shootout myself. I think it's going to be like 38-31 Green Bay.
Okay. Who you got, Mook? Talk to me.
I think Tampa Bay go in there and win the game. That's what I think.
Hate.
No hate. Why is it hate? Because I ain't picking your team. It ain't hate.
It's hate because you don't want to. Yeah, it's hate because you don't want to see us. That's all. I know.
We didn't see anybody. We knock y'all.
You don't want to see us move. Cut it out
before we knock Kansas City off.
Yep, sure.
I know, talking like they're already in it.
But we'll be in. Don't worry about it. We got 4 quarters to get. I'll get to you in just a minute. But yeah. Tom Brady. Everybody wants to see Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. They'll be the first host city. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say. Just peep the narrative. How since the beginning of the season, coincidentally, the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay, and Tom Brady is the quarterback. I'm just saying that's the narrative.
Snore.
Right? Okay. You're gonna stick.
You ain't see that. You ain't see that State Farm. You ain't see that State Farm narrative from the very beginning too. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Well. Since we talking narratives.
Now whether we'll play.
I'm not worried about Jake.
We'll play a factor.
All right. Can we move on? We got other people who need to pick their pick. Who do you have, Ricky Bobby?
All right, real quick. I want to go Green Bay.
Thank you, Ricky.
I was thinking about what Buck said earlier about them wanting the indoor team, New Orleans, but I don't understand what the difference that is when they're used to playing outside in Florida. But,
sorry, COVID, Florida.
Oops. But I'm gonna go Green Bay, and honestly, I'm not so sure that it's going to necessarily be a shootout. I mean, I think it's going to start out close. I'm going to say 37-24. I really don't think it's going to be after third quarter. I really think Aaron Rodgers just with Aaron Jones and Rodgers doing what he's doing. You're talking about Tunyon. I think they just eat up the clock. They get a comfortable lead and run the game out.
No Antonio Brown. No, who else is missing? There's a couple other players missing too, and I think Antonio Brown is that guy, that dog that they kind of need, and he's got to really be hurting to miss a game like this. I mean, this is a really big game, so I think that they're missing him is definitely going to help. Did everybody get a chance to pick? Oh,
no, I didn't pick, but I'm going to just say this. Check Rodgers' resume. Check Check Rogers' resume when the temperature is under 27. Go ahead, and it will be under 27 for this game Sunday. By the way, he only has one loss in his career. I'm just saying that at Lambeau. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now. That's number one. And number two, if you can't stop the other Aaron, we got a problem. Because I heard Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't stop no run game, and I swear Aaron Jones can run and catch the ball out the backfield. And my guy Robert Tonyan is making Devin White. My guy Robert Tonyan is making Devin White the junior Kelsey around here, who has the most touchdowns as a tight end in the league. By the way, folks, a no-namer, sir, is making Devin White cover all day long. I hope he can cover him because I don't think he can. And my man Devontae Adams is about to dog whoever you got on either side of the field coming up this week. He's dogging them. Have fun with the mesh concept too. Have fun picking that up because that's a killer. That's a killer. Ask Tennessee and other teams what we do to teams when we play that mesh concept type of formation. Ask them. Ask them.
Are you done? Are you done? What's the score?
Oh, and get ready for Smith Smoke. Oh, by the way, yeah. You know what? Y'all not even scoring 20 points. We dropping a 30 on y'all. Y'all not even scoring 20. Y'all not scoring 21 points. Y'all listen. Smith Smoke is coming. We know what it is. Smith Smoke coming. We got my guy number 52 been playing off the chain. We got Snacks on the line now. He's eligible for this game. Tremont Williams, the veteran, coming out. Yeah, have fun with that, Buck. I can't wait to do this.
All right. So now let me break it down to you. I'm gonna break it down to you, and I'm gonna just say, Vita Vea is coming back. The Bucks had the number one rush defense by a mile the last 2 years. By a mile. You're talking
don't nobody run on them.
Aaron Jones didn't do nothing last time. The Packers couldn't run the ball last time. You guys have lost your left tackle and have a plug-in over there at that corner. You have JPP, who has Super Bowl experience playing outside linebacker with Shaq Barrett, Devin White, Levante David. There's the key right there. You got speed and coverage in these linebackers right here. You're missing the point. Defense wins championship games. Devontae Adams had what? 60 yards against Ramsey? 6 catches. You guys won. You guys won.
No. Put some respect on my man. Wait a minute.
Throw the ball. Aaron Donald played 25% of the plays.
Put some respect on my man's name. He had 9 catches, sir.
One at a time, please, guys. Quit stepping together.
Just a little fun.
When he played us, he didn't. Aaron Rodgers was what? 35% quarterback rating, 16 out of 35. And now you're talking about he's better now. He's scared. He told Devin White, "You are the most dangerous guy in the NFL right now," the way he played against him. So now Devin White was missing 2 weeks. He went in that Saints game and destroyed him by himself. You don't think he's going to shut down Robert Tonyan? Marquez Malcars Valdez-Skunky or whatever his name is?
Skunky!
Saquon Brown or whatever his name is? Alan Lazar, who just came back on the court already? You don't think Jamal Williams or Aaron Jones, them two running backs that like to run to the outside, and linebackers are not going to shut them guys down? If we keep Aaron Rodgers in the pocket, this game's 34-19 because Tom Brady. Bucks win 34-19. If we get out 14-0, what happened to you guys last year in the NFC Championship game? San Francisco's defense pounded Rodgers.
Hey guys,
you didn't get your offensive line in shape. You didn't get it. Your offensive line is worse this time.
But you lucky I don't got a chance to rebuttal you, because we heard that last week, that number one defense stuff. We heard that last week.
Yeah, but that's a different story because you had Jared Goff at quarterback for the Rams. I picked the Packers to win that ball game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should. You're right. You knew better.
The whole Bucks thing is we got Tom Brady. Don't never bet against Tom Brady.
Let me read some
right now. Got Tom Brady for this reason right here. We're exactly where we wanted to be, and I'm telling you right now, he has played terrible in the playoffs against Washington and against the Saints. But guess what? We won both those games.
Let me read some of these comments, guys. Yuri says Tampa Bay Bucks. A says Brady, Gronk, Fournette, Shady, Sue, JPP, all players. A says Brady is a savage. He beaten Green Bay. Yuri says, watch that D go through Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and co. A says there's multiple narratives in this Final Four. A says Tom Brady's better than Rodgers.
Jesus Christ.
See, A says if it wasn't Tom, I'd have
If
picked
that's
Green
sure
Bay.
aren't better than Aaron Rodgers.
A says, by the way, Tampa can stop the run. Yuri says Vita Vea is coming back.
That's a huge. That's huge.
A
That's
says
very huge.
Snacks with a laugh. Let's see here. Yuri says Vita Vea and JPP is waiting for y'all O-line.
Okay. We did a plug and play last week, and Aaron Donald and them got shut down. How many sacks did the Rams have last week?
Who does the Rams have on their line besides Aaron Donald? That's the key. Who do they have on their line besides Aaron Donald?
That's it.
Yo, they got monsters over there. They ain't just a monster because of Aaron Donald. What? Oh, okay.
Who's the linebackers for the Rams?
Okay, we're going to move on to the next game.
The game that everybody's been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for. This is it, guys. We got the Buffalo Bills, AFC East champs, going to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the defending, reigning NFL undisputed champion Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has been cleared to play. He was cleared.
Did you really had that was your best Paul Heyman neck, wasn't it? The reigning, defending.
Yes, it was.
Undisputed NFL heavyweight champion Kansas City Chiefs. Look, man, like I always say, Ethan, you probably know better than most. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Beat the man. And hey, I'm looking. I'm glad we facing them, and I'm glad Mahomes is playing because I don't want no asterisk next to our name. If we win on Sunday, then I want it to be a legitimate win.
Yeah, I mean, look, what this is kind of a great narrative. You knock the Bills, you knock off last year's MVP in Lamar Jackson. Who'd you play week one? Who'd you play in the wild card round? Who's in the wild card?
Indianapolis.
The vaunted defense of the Indianapolis. Then you beat the last year's MVP, and in the AFC championship game, you get to face the defending Super Bowl champions. I mean, what could this storyline play out any better? So, this is what you play.
Yeah, this is a revenge game for us because of week 6.
Now, week 6, Kansas City beat. We had the whole COVID thing going on. There was a lot of delays and things like that. Thank you, Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans. But
Baltimore Ravens were in on that one too.
Yeah, they were been up on that. Look, Patrick Mahomes. Now, there was some doubt whether or not Patrick Mahomes was going to play in this game. He's been cleared. I'm going to say this, and I've said this all season. Patrick Mahomes is a generational player. He's a generational player. I think we only see players like him come along every 15 to 20 years. And when he's firing on all cylinders, I don't think that there's too many teams that can beat him. Now, I will say this: the Bills' offense is explosive. I mean, Josh Allen's throwing the ball all over the place. I have him as my number 2 on the MVP in the MVP conversation behind Mr. Discount Double Check. And I think this will be the highest scoring game of the weekend. I think we could very easily see close to 80 points in this game. 80 points, 80, 85 points. I think we have a shootout, and I'm going to say 42-38 Kansas City. 42-38 Kansas City. That's what I got. Mookie Hawkins. Ready, set, go.
That's still disrespectful, I see, huh? That's still disrespectful, right? I know. I mean, it's the wave, right? I get it. You gotta ride somebody wave, But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Kansas City has been, the top dog for I guess the past 3 years. So I mean, you give them credit. They well coached, well prepared. We give them credit, but this is our time to receive our credit. When everybody keep doubting the Bills every week, that's why Marcus, you wearing that hat. That's why Marcus is supposed to be sending me a Stephon Diggs jersey somewhere around here. And you mean to tell me that you want to sit up here? This coach went 6-0 in the division, and you mean to tell me you're gonna give it to Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year? That's some very disrespectful stuff, by the way.
You don't get credit for beating up the Buffalo Bills and the
What you mean? Look, how do you get credit? That little soft league they play in, that little cream puff division they in. Knock it off, man. They didn't win the division. You can't get nobody no Coach of the Year. They ain't win the division just because they finally made the playoff.
Okay, no, that would have been the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin.
McDermott didn't get it when he finally made the playoffs in his first season. He didn't get Coach of the Year. He didn't. But for the first time when the Bills broke the streak and all that stuff, everybody history and all that stuff get snapped at one point. Don't warrant you to be Coach of the Year. That definitely don't warrant Kevin Stefanski to be Coach of the Year. That questionable call, that challenge, you're gonna give him Coach of the Year for challenging that catch that was proved to be vital in the game. That wasted the timeout that they desperately needed to win to get the ball back. So that's Coach of the Year to you. Okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, man, everybody want to talk about this juggernaut Kansas City Chiefs. That's the only team that we lost to, by the way. The last team we lost to. You want to count the Hail Mary? Okay, you count that. That's in the books.
Yeah, we do count it because it goes on your record.
We don't do right. So all right, so we do
hypotheticals here.
We have the same amount of wins as Kansas City right now. They got 15, we got 15.
Okay, and head to head, they beat you. So
okay, that's the only common denominator. That's it. So
we also had an extra week off.
Look. Y'all beat a soft vanilla scheme Bills team that day. The Bills focused on the run game because first and foremost, and this is what kills me. And this how I know it.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 161 yards rushing in that game. I just want to put that out there.
I know. I said that earlier. Didn't I say that earlier? So did Lamar Jackson too, right? So did Lamar Jackson too, right? Right. So. This is where I don't understand. Everybody keep talking about this is where it's systemic hate. I'm gonna call this systemic hate. And anybody use this word, all right, you gotta pay me now at this point. But the systemic hate that goes on for the Buffalo Bills is just ridiculous because the same thing y'all bad mouth or talk about the Bills about y'all love at Kansas City. All right, nobody talk about Kansas City. Hold on, man. I'm talking, right? Because I don't, Ramona might be saying it's time to, move on to something else. So I want to make sure I get my point across.
Well, no, there's like 3 or 4 others who have to pick this game. So
listen, at the end of the day, the same thing y'all praise Kansas City for, the same thing y'all disrespect the Bills in. Kansas City gives up more rushing yards than the Bills do a game. So, at the end of the day, y'all laud Kansas City for the same thing that the Buffalo Bills do. The stats are identically the same. From every statistical category, they are the same. All right. We actually score more points than them. All right. We have more average start possession in the field. We are number 1 in first down. I mean, they're too similar. But at the end of the day, the common denominator is no Matt Milano didn't play that game. We didn't have no continuity up front. Trey Edmonds was banged up. So you're going to see a much more aggressive, stronger Bills team. And they don't care where they play at, whether it's One Bills Drive or Arrowhead Stadium. You got to bring ass to get ass. And watch them punch Kansas City in the mouth and go out here and win it 29-24 on Sunday. Woo! And what hat you going to wear it in?
I'll wear this one again next week.
All right.
Go ahead, Buck Flair.
Well, as I mentioned with the Bucks, defense wins championship. People are sleeping on that Bills defense. What they did to Lamar and shut down the running game. Kansas City, I picked Kansas City and the Bucks back on March 23rd to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes, you did.
I've changed my mind because I just think the Chiefs are banged up, really, really tough in this ball game. The only thing I will say will be the experience factor. Do the Bills start looking over their shoulder if they do jump out in this ball game? Do they, like they say, take the foot off the pedal? Do they do that? I think Josh Allen is going to basically have to will this team to win this ball game. And I think he does. 31-27 over Kansas City. I just think the Bills defense is just better than Kansas City's right now. I'm always a big fan of that defense wins championship, and I just think the Bills have what it takes to beat the Chiefs this time around.
Sounds good. Mona, talk to me.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. I was going to let him go last, but go ahead.
Okay. We got the Chiefs going under 30. Even when Patrick Mahomes only plays half the game, we still get 30. The thing is, we are terrible defensive front. Yeah, we do give up some rushing, but outside of trying to figure out how to contain Josh Allen, I'm not too worried about that. What I'm worried about is the passing game. This has the potential for a heck of a shootout. And to be honest, I think it has the shootout to be a lot like that Rams-Chiefs game a couple years ago. I don't know if you all remember that. I can't exactly recall the total score, but it was like over 100 total points.
55-52.
Yeah. It was a crazy game. I got a feeling this could go the same way.
You mean 54-51?
Okay, I don't remember the exact score. It was somewhere around there. I know it was over 100.
I don't Google, Gray. Go ahead.
But
well, you should.
What I do remember about that game, Andre, is that there was some defensive stops in that game, and there's defensive scores on both sides. I think you're going to see a similar thing here. I think it's going to be ebb and flow, back and forth, big haymakers. Hill, Kelsey, the passion they're playing with last week, with Mahomes coming back, hopefully playing a full game. This is going to be a hell of a game. Like I said earlier, the main thing I'm really interested in is seeing what they do with Snead. I don't think Breland's going to be available, so seeing what they do with Snead and how they play him, I don't think he's going to be on Diggs the whole time. Hopefully not. But Snead has been balling out this year. He's been an awesome rookie. I also would like to see our 3-4 options in the passing game. I think Darrell Williams is going to get a lot more. He's going to get maybe less carries, but a couple more looks in the passing game. And I'm interested to see how they play that with all the receivers they got to lock down.
All right. So what do you think the score's going to be?
I'm going back and forth. I see this game going a couple ways. I'm going to say, I think this could be like a 48-45, similar to that. I think this is going to be up there. I really think this is going to be a very high-scoring game.
Have you looked at the weather report in Kansas City?
44 degrees and 50% chance of rain.
I think it's going to be a sloppy field. That's why I think the defense is going to, for the Bills, pull it out because of the sloppy field.
How did Patrick Mahomes play in the last rain game we played in?
I was going to say, yeah, exactly.
Healthy.
Mahomes.
Different team, bro. It's a different team, man. It's a different team.
And listen, Mahomes also has a toe injury as well.
Exactly.
Y'all think that a team, if I'm a football coach, if I had a team that get ran for 250 yards on, and we play that team again, do you think you think that team is gonna allow that team to run for it again and it's to get to the Super Bowl? Y'all done lost your mind.
No way.
Kansas City will not have a 100-yard rusher out there on Sunday. And you better hope Devonta Freeman don't suit up. If TJ Yeldon is inactive, y'all gonna be in trouble. And don't forget we got Kenny Stills too.
You don't think Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and them are not going to be fired up?
Y'all didn't
You know
sack
what I
Josh
mean?
Allen
That's
last
what
game.
they do.
Y'all didn't sack Josh Allen last game, bro. Missing
Yeah,
me with
during the
that.
regular season. We're
Y'all
talking
did
about
not
the
sack Josh
playoffs. That's
Allen
when
at
he
all.
shows up. Is in the
Y'all did not
playoffs.
sack Josh Allen at all. Hello?
We have 2 more people who need to make their picks. Andre, who do you got?
Well, I'm not gonna have to Google to know that the Bills is about to beat the Chiefs. I know that.
Yeah.
While y'all sleeping on the Bills, should almost 12-game winning streak if it wasn't for Hail Murray. I mean, everybody that keep on saying the Bills supposed to get beat to this team, they end up laying the team down. So, and I've been around all season to watch the Bills lay teams down, and I'm fine and dandy with picking the Bills. Like I said, I'm sticking with my pick in the beginning of the year, which was Buffalo and Green Bay, and I'm gonna stick to that pick. I'm gonna stick to the pick, and I want to see an exciting Super Bowl, not a politics Super Bowl. We won't have to Google how many touchdowns or how many penalty calls the refs missed in the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, with Tampa being in it. How
So
about that?
what do you think the score is going to be?
Score is going to be 34-31. I've been hearing the media talk about Patrick Mahomes puts up 31 points plus in playoff games as such in this round. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
This is the time where Patrick Mahomes can put up 31 and still get his tail spanked. You better go check the Bills' resume. Go check their resume this year. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
All right. Well, I'm going to take my turn, and I'm going to say that there are a lot of factors in this game. I think the biggest factor is how healthy Mahomes is coming from concussion protocol. I do think that it's going to be rainy. It's going to be an ugly game. I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as everybody thinks it's going to be, because I think they're going to be running the ball more than anything. And I know that Kansas City usually has a pretty good, running offense. I think the 2 X factors is who makes the biggest mistakes at quarterback. I think that Diggs and Kelsey are going to be your 2 key players in this game. As far as the running game, I think that both of them are kind of equal right now. Buffalo's not been running the ball very well either. But I think they're going to have to run the ball, and they're going to have to take some chances and throw some passes. But I still think that Buffalo pulls this one off. I don't think the Chiefs are healthy. I think the Bills got healthy at the right perfect time, right before the playoffs started. And, I think I called this earlier in the season that I thought the Buffalo Bills were going to the Super Bowl this year. So I'm going to take Buffalo, and I'm going to say 37-31. Buffalo.
Okay. Ethan, are you still there? I want to let Ethan. I know Ethan's sitting up there.
Yeah,
Ethan,
yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Ethan, I hadn't called on you, but I did want your thoughts on this. Go.
This is gonna be, as you guys have said, this is gonna be a really good game, and say what you want. I'm not saying that people are hating or whatever, but say what you want to about the Bills. They're in the top 4 for a reason.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think I'm gonna bottom line it so that we can move on to your other stuff. I'm gonna say 37-34 Bills on a last-second Tyler Bass field goal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that very well could happen.
Hey, Ethan. Ethan.
Yo.
Who you got winning the Bucks-Packers game?
Packers.
Okay.
Another high scoring game, I think, but.
So that's our 2 conference championships. So now we move on to your favorite part of the show. In the words of my good friend Meek Mill, there's levels to this. Okay. So
yeah, come on, Buck, with them comments.
So we have the 4 quarterbacks. We have the 4 quarterbacks. The 4 final 4 quarterbacks. A-Rod, the GOAT, Josh Allen, and Pat Mahomes. Real quick, guys. Just real quick, 1-word answers. Who had the best divisional performance? Which quarterback had the best divisional performance?
This is even a question. I can't believe it's a question. Thank you.
We'll
How is this even a question?
we'll start with you, Andre.
How is this even a question? The answer, the legitimate answer would be Aaron Rodgers. But I will say that Josh Allen is number 2 or 1B on this on this performance. I will say 206 yards, a touchdown, and a touchdown that he threw, and then playing a clean game. I think that's pretty good for somebody who ain't been in the divisional. He did a phenomenal job against Baltimore. But Aaron Rodgers put up numbers against the number 1 defense, by the way, in the Rams. And y'all can keep sleeping. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Each week y'all keep sleeping. Is each week the G's is gonna keep on adding the W in the win column. So go ahead and sleep on them.
I could have thought I said one word answers, but I think Dre heard 100 word answer. But go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mook.
What are we doing? We naming the player or
Which quarterback on this list that we have?
Which quarterback had the best
slide is
game?
the slide is there. Can you see the slide?
No. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
He got the stunner
Brady
shade.
had the best divisional performance, man.
Oh my good, I'm done. I'm tired of this. Tom Brady sucking me.
I mean, when you dude, like every time it ain't somebody from the Packers, you get all upset, bro. Like, come on, man. He had a better game than
Biased.
than Rodgers, man.
Biased. No, he didn't.
Brady.
No, he didn't.
Ricky Bobby.
Yes, sir.
Who had which quarterback had the best divisional performance? What one word?
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Thank you.
Buck.
Stop it.
Well, it was a divisional performance, so obviously it's Rodgers.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a division.
Next.
All right. I'm gonna go with Rodgers too.
He's gonna have the best performance next week too.
For the next one, we got who had the best.
Do I get a pick?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just was curious. I mean, I was kind of left out on that one. I'm saying I'm taking A-Rod as well.
Thank you. I knew she was gonna make it unanimous. Damn near. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ramona.
Ethan.
Rodgers. I already said that, but yeah,
okay.
It's A-Rod.
All right, we'll go to the next one. Our next slide, we have which receiver had the best divisional performance in their division matchups.
That'd be Diggs.
I'm gonna go. Me personally, I'm going with Kelsey.
Against his division rivals. All right, Buck.
I'm going with Kelsey because I said that was the key to the Chiefs beating the Browns was nobody could guard Kelsey over the middle. So Kelsey to me.
Yep.
Kelsey showed his butt on that one there. Move.
Do any receiver has better numbers than Stephon Diggs in the regular season? Huh? No. Do anybody have better numbers than Stephon? Do anybody has better numbers?
Better in the postseason.
Hold on. Well, let me talk, bro. Yeah. Do anybody has better numbers than him in the postseason?
No. He's a lead. He's a lead receiver.
That just answered that question right there.
Okay.
I go along with that too. Is Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Okay. Dre.
Dig a hole, bury yourself. If you say anybody besides Stephon Diggs, that's all I'm gonna say. Dig a hole, bury yourself.
Okay.
That's it.
Which running back had the best performance? I think this is pretty easy too. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Hands down, I'm going with Aaron Jones as well.
Hands down.
Who you got?
You talking to me?
I said Mookie.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's kind of tough.
Leonard Fournette. Here he comes. This bullshit. Here you go. Here you go with the BS.
That second half, that run in the second half, that 60-yard run, that won me a few dollars. to Aaron Jones. They went.
I don't think his numbers are close to Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, you welcome.
Jones won't get over 68 yards.
Bobby, who do you have?
Okay. Real quick on the last one. Even though I'm a Chiefs fan, if you were telling me to pick a pass catcher going into this week, I would say Kelsey. But who's got that? Like hands down, is Stephon Diggs. Even as a Chiefs fan, I'll tell you, he's playing out of his mind. He's just setting it ablaze right now.
All right, we're on the running backs now. Though.
I know I didn't get to talk last time. I'm sorry. I just want to throw it in there real quick. And here there's nothing to say other than hands down it's Aaron Jones.
No doubt.
Ethan?
It's unanimous. It's Aaron Jones.
Okay.
Marcus, did you pick?
Aaron Jones. I watched Jones play in high school. I watched him play in college. He's one of my favorite players, and I'm a Cowboys fan. So next up, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Sir, how you just gonna skip me? I just wanted to say it's the other Aaron.
Yeah, skip me too.
It's the other Aaron feast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go ahead, Dre. Go ahead, Dre.
All I was saying was, like, it's the other white meat. It's the other Aaron feast. Okay, the other Aaron feast. Okay, simple. Okay, simple.
And I want to say I'm going to take Aaron Jones against that third-ranked Russian defense. I'm going to pick Aaron Jones because I want to see what he does this week.
No doubt.
Tail up.
So the Kansas City Chiefs continue to build something special. 3 straight AFC championships. So they're
the first team to do that too.
Yeah, these guys, they're
so he's a great
3 straight AFC championships. The first team.
Whoa, they're the first team to do it.
No, the first team to do it.
They're the first team to host it.
To host 3 straight AFC.
Oh, host, yes.
Okay,
all
right. Sorry,
in the
man.
NFL, though, there's been 2 teams that have hosted 3 straight home championship, conference championships, and it's been one coach to do it twice. Andy Reid did it in Philadelphia, and Andy Reid's doing it now in Kansas City.
Yep.
Who did Kansas City lose the first one to?
New England.
Yeah.
Who was quarterback? Who was quarterback?
Well, I got a question. Who did Kansas City lose the last AFC championship 2 years ago? Oops.
Okay, we're going to the next slide.
Me?
I told y'all he's playing out of his mind this year, Stephon Diggs. I've been singing this guy's praise.
Hair's on fire.
He's playing on fire. First in targets, first in receptions, first in yards in the playoffs and the regular season. Like Mookie was saying, this guy here. We talk about DeAndre Hopkins. We talk about Julio Jones. Not as much anymore. Michael Thomas. This guy here right now.
This guy is beast mode, and to me, this guy is beast mode, and it's all because of his quarterback. No, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying, them 2 together, they are beast mode.
Yeah, together. Yeah. A legit.
You would think they've been playing since they were like kids.
And I have a feeling in fantasy football next year he will be the first wide receiver off the board. Just putting that out there.
And probably the first quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
Hey, Devontae, you got
they was my first 2 off the board.
Okay.
And then right here, we're jumping a little bit ahead, and there's not going to be a combine this year because of the pandemic. So, with the Rise Up family, we start dipping in. Me and Dennis will probably be chopping it up and get some other guys in here doing our draft stuff. But right now, quick answer, one word answer. Which wide receiver coming out of college would you rather have, Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase?
I'm gonna go first. I'm a Bama fan. I'm gonna go first. And I love Smith. Don't get me wrong, I do. But the kid can't stay healthy. He's always getting dinged up and injured. I'm going to go with Chase.
Man, is this even a question? Really? It's
I know he won the Heisman, but still.
Easy. It's Smith. Easy.
Yeah.
Kid can't stay healthy.
I just hope he doesn't get cursed and and have to go to the Jets.
He did not get injured. He did not get injured this year. I'm going with Smith. That's easy.
That's not true. He was injured off and on throughout the season.
Hey, he still got the Heisman.
Yep.
Whoa. Smith wasn't injured this year.
No, it was Waddle that got injured.
Waddle was injured, Ramona. It wasn't Smith. Smith played all the games this year.
He played every game. He did, but he played with injuries. He just seems to be. I don't know. I think he
was tough.
I think once he goes into the NFL, he's going to be brittle, and I just don't think he makes it in the NFL.
He definitely needs to get his man bone. So
get his weight up.
Yeah, he got it. Hey, he can come on over here and train with my son. I'm trying to get his man bones on him, man. So
that's the only thing. That's what I worry about.
They said the same thing. They said the same thing about Marvin Harrison too, right?
Sure did.
Yeah,
Marvin Harrison is a beast.
I think I think Devonta Smith's a little bit taller he's a little bit taller. So
Harrison was frail. Harrison was frail as can be.
Yeah, he was.
We have some fun facts that I absolutely found pretty interesting that I found this week. Tom Brady is 14-2 career record in divisional round games.
Yeah.
Pick that one out there just for you there, Buck.
Yeah, I just didn't get to speak on that Jamar Chase thing because Ramona's right.
Oh,
he's only 6 foot. He's the same height. 6 foot 185.
Devontae Smith gets injured a lot. The only thing that's going to separate him with Chase will be no combine. So everybody that saw his performance against Ohio State, sad Sean Wade, who's also declared for the NFL draft, Devontae Smith will be the first receiver taken off the board. There's no doubt in my mind because Chase does not have speed when it comes to that. But as far as
Chase also opted out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's going to put a lot of GMs this draft order.
And I didn't know he opted out either.
It's going to be a lot of GMs' jobs next year. It's going to be what they do in this no combine season. They're really going to have to hit some home runs on this draft. This is going to be a tough draft to call this year.
With all the players that opted out this season, I mean, you're judging guys off of their junior season. And how many players have we seen have great junior season? They come back for their season.
There's no combine either.
And there's no combine. Yeah, so it's
a tough draft.
Okay, so only 2 teams in NFL history have hosted 3 consecutive conference championships. And, of course, Ricky Bobby mentioned this earlier. The 2018 to 2020 Chiefs and the 2002-2004 Eagles, and both teams coached by the same man, Andy Reid.
Well, that stat looks a lot better now that Andy Reid won the Super Bowl, because if he didn't have that Super Bowl, that stat looks real Marvin Lewis-esque as far as playoffs. I know Marvin Lewis was 0-7 in playoffs. He would have been 0-6 in conference championships.
But Andy Reid is nowhere near 0-7.
1-6. No. I'm talking about conference championships. Yeah, he would have been 2.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that ain't a good stat. That wouldn't have looked good. Whether he's 1-5 or 2-4.
Marvin Harrison, 10 pounds lighter.
I thought I had these slides ready, but I guess I didn't.
I had to pull that out.
Okay, next fun fact here. At Super Bowl 10, the Cowboys led 10-7 in the fourth quarter when a fan ran onto the field to give Cowboys Rayfield Wright a good luck charm. Wright chucked the charm off the field, saying he didn't believe in luck. The Cowboys allowed 14 unanswered points after that and lost the game to my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Should have kept the charm. Should have kept the charm. Marcus, you know all about keeping the charm, don't you?
Yeah. Bling bling.
Okay, I'm not gonna fix these. I'm just gonna bring them up. All right. With a win against the Packers, if he beats them, Tom Brady will tie Joe Flacco for the most road playoff wins in NFL history.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, like I said, some of these were really cool that I found this week. So
how about
that's an if.
How about if Tom Brady win, he'll be going to his 10th Super Bowl? Like, that's unheard of. That's ridiculous.
True. Okay.
Super Bowls.
Next fun fact. Drew Brees once had a 3-season stretch where he threw for a combined 128 touchdowns and 15,815 yards. That's pretty impressive.
That's
Cannot
why
say
he's
this
better than
man
Aaron
is not
Rodgers.
going. Cannot say this man is not going first ballot Hall of Fame.
That would be super impressive if Peyton Manning didn't do better off of a neck injury.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, well, Peyton Manning
Peyton
was
Manning almost threw for 10,000 yards in almost what was it, 90 touchdowns in 2 seasons with Denver?
Hey, we'll see.
Hey, bro, though, wait a minute. How many ribs did this man break? And puncture
Talking
lung?
about
How long?
right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we talking about a legitimate neck injury that brung him out of Indianapolis. Legitimately, we're
I
talking about
understand that.
he made Thomas. What was his name? What was the tight end? Julius Thomas.
Yeah.
He made Julius Thomas. He
Oh,
made some of them receivers. What's his name? Demaryius Thomas, who used to be a top 5 receiver, done since Peyton Manning been gone.
Nothing.
I'll wait.
Nothing.
all right.
I'll
So
wait.
our next
We
fun
heard his
fact.
Achilles.
Next fun fact: Tom Brady has tied Drew Brees with 8 playoff wins against NFC opponents.
He'll beat that this week then.
Psych.
Okay. Josh Allen now has 17 wins in Buffalo, which is the most for a quarterback since 2000, breaking a tie with Tom Brady.
That's some. Who told you to put that slide up?
That's your pity stat.
Right, Marcus. Yeah, that was Marcus doing. I'm sure he the one that sent that.
I do the fun facts.
That was funny. That's
funny. That's not bad. That's not bad for you.
That's a good one, Ramona. That's a good one.
It's better than his class. It's better than anybody in his class.
All right, next one. The Chicago Bears are the only NFL team without a 4,000-yard passer in the 16-game era.
Wow.
They're the only team.
They passed on Watson. They passed on Mahomes.
Wow. That's sad.
Gosh,
yeah, I think the Chicago Bears was on HGH, PRTs, and steroids too.
Wow.
All right.
Not picking those 2 quarterbacks.
Next fun fact: Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack are the only players with over 500 quarterback pressures since 2014. Mack has 504 and Donald has 579.
Wow.
My goodness.
At the defensive tackle spot.
At the 0-1 tech position. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Where he's getting double teamed by centers and guards as compared to other players like TJ.
Shut up, Marcus. I'm gonna mute you.
Yo, can I ask you a question? Can I ask a legitimate question while we talking about Aaron Donald?
Sure.
Does he have the ability to be Reggie White?
I think he's already past Reggie White. In my opinion.
I think he's
not
the best
White yet.
I tell Ramona this all the time. Aaron Donald is the best. He is the best. He is the best interior.
He doesn't have the same accomplishments though.
He is the best interior defensive.
Well, a lot of rules have changed since those two played.
He's the best interior defensive lineman since Warren Sapp.
I agree.
Hands down.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Next fun fact: only three players drafted number 1 overall in the past 20 years have won Super Bowls: Eli Manning, Eric Fisher, and David Carr. As a backup, David Carr was a backup.
Got one.
And we have this one. This is the first time in the NFL history of a 16-game NFL season that there has been not one team finish 9-7.
Wow.
That's correct.
That's a wild
stat. Wow.
Okay.
I remember all these 9-7 teams who were like winning, going to playoffs over teams who had better records.
And next year it'll be 9-8 because they play 17 games next year.
Yep. So, and that is it, folks. That's all my fun facts.
Yeah, right there. I wanted to mention something Devon put in the comment section. You got it right, saying Reggie played his last 7 years as a defensive end. You're right, because I was about to say, if you said that Reggie White never played defensive tackle, that would be false.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald is not better than Reggie White. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think he's better than Reggie White.
Oh, and so
well, like I said, though, you got to think a lot of the rules have changed in Reggie White's era compared to Aaron Donald's era as well. You can't hit quarterbacks like you could back then. That's a fact.
That don't matter.
Yeah, it does. It makes a huge difference. Eras matter.
He's not better than that man.
Nobody can stop that Reggie White move. Nobody can stop that move.
That club, you talk about that club move he put on you? That club and that upper, nah.
But this is everything. I want to give everybody the opportunity. Last words. And first, I will go with Ricky Bobby. Last final thoughts, please.
All right. Well, I know I seem to notice tonight that if you don't agree with a Bills fan, you must be hating. But I want to say this. I got nothing but love and respect for you guys. And after next week, I'll still want to be your friend. If you're too mad to talk to me, I understand. But we're humble. After that win, we'll give you mad respect. Let you know we appreciate you for the challenge. I think it's going to be a great game. But I'm seeing another Super Bowl. We're going to run it back.
Back to back.
Here we go. I'm so stoked. Last year I couldn't believe we even won it. This year I'm nervous, but I really think we got a legitimate contender to set up several trips to the Super Bowl in the next few years. So I can't wait to see some games. I've been calling it since before the season. Green Bay, Kansas City. You can ask Andre. I've been saying it all year, and I can't wait to see it. I want to see revenge match, remaking of Super Bowl I, baby, and I want to see us take it home for Mr. Hunt.
Okay, Buck, talk to him.
Well, everybody on the panel, I respect everybody on here. We do talk a little bit about everything. I know Ramona was hurt when her team got eliminated. I gave her a lot of grief. She did put on that AB jersey and broke the jinx. The Bucks haven't lost
right now.
Ever since she did that, the Bucks have not lost. Mookie, I enjoy Mookie's show on Sundays. I ain't gonna mention Dre, but I do enjoy Mookie on Sundays. Listen to Mookie and everything. And then, of course, Dre and the Green Bay Packers. Sometimes Dre's been on the Buck Flair show, and Dre knows how we both go at it in sports, and it don't matter. He wins, he's going. I win, we going. So, and Marcus, great to have me on the show. Your team's been out of the playoffs since week 4. So I know it's kind of hard to have a season and a show all year long when it's like this, but I appreciate you having me on tonight and talk about some weird winners.
Okay. You see, people just don't know how to act right. This is why I don't have guests right here, because people they don't know how to act. People they don't know how to act. Go ahead, Dre. Talk to them.
Well, first and foremost, I want to address Ricky Bobby. That back-to-back you talk about, Drake made that song back-to-back. He also made another one. It's a remix called Midnight in Missouri. I tell you, I'm going to be Midnight in Missouri. I'm going to be on location when the Buffalo Bills come off the plane. And I can tell you right now, I'm sure that Bills Mafia will be going nuts after they spank that tail on Sunday night. After they spank that tail on Sunday night. And as for your Bucks, listen, Buck Flair, listen, if you're going to do anything, you got to do it with flair, baby. And watch Green Bay do it with flair, baby. Them Bucks is bounce checks, baby. Them Bucks is bounce checks this week when it comes down to going to Lambeau. We going to take care of business. We owe y'all, by the way.
Okay.
We owe you.
That's all I'm going to say. Mookie Hawkins, talk to him.
No, I appreciate being on the Alphabet Show all the time. I always get the good love and, some good systemic hate from yourself and everybody else. You know what I mean? But
By the way, Mook, your jersey's been ordered, brother. I'm just waiting for it. I had to buy a damn Cleveland Browns jersey this season. It's been bad. It's been tough sledding for me, but
yeah, you've been like the NFL store this year, huh?
NFLshop.com.
But I won two fantasy leagues, so I'm all right. But go ahead, man.
If you thought last week was the statement game and everybody wanted to figure out what was the Bills statement game, listen up. I don't think nobody ever played the toughest schedule like this. You played Miami twice. You didn't play the Steelers. You didn't play the San Fran 49ers. You didn't play the Seahawks. You didn't play the Rams. You didn't play the Colts. You didn't play the Ravens. And guess what? We beat all those teams. I don't think nobody in the NFL has beaten those teams this year. Nobody has. Nobody has played those teams and beat all of those teams, okay? But it's not the Bills, right? It's what the other teams didn't do. Okay. All right. I get that. This is going to be the excuse again. So when the Bills beat the Chiefs, everybody's going to root for the team in the NFC, right? At some point, y'all gonna have to pick y'all gonna have to pick the Bills. The Bills is gonna force y'all to pick them. All right. And when by the time y'all pick them, they'll be Super Bowl champions. Okay. So at the end of the day, we're going to get at Patrick Mahomes. We're not going to play vanilla and play super soft and play 6-7 yards off the line of scrimmage and let them run. If y'all going to fall for that banana in the tailpipe again, y'all sadly mistaken. Look for a more aggressive Buffalo Bills team. Look for Tre'Davious White to be locked up on Tyreek Hill one-on-one. And if he do get beat, he will have safety help. But that's not going to stop what's going to happen inside that box. We're going to, have Matt Milano out there. He's our cover guy, and he's going to do his best job against Kelsey as long as with our 6'6", 250-pound middle linebacker and Tremaine Edmonds. So the key is making Mahomes uncomfortable. We understand the toe. We're gonna test that toe out. Captain Big Toe. We're gonna test Captain Big Toe out. See how mobile he is on that toe, because test his weight transfer. He got the arm, no doubt. He has that arm. But if you can't step and plant into that throw, it's going to mess up that accuracy a little bit. So we're gonna test.
He can throw left-handed.
He's gonna throw with his head. You know what I mean? He's gonna throw with his head. He ain't gonna have no arms to throw. We're gonna get after Mahomes like nobody's got after him this year. And Leslie Frazier is one of the best in pass defense. They didn't throw for 300 yards last game. He was efficient as all hell, but we gave him that. Now they're gonna see a much more hungrier, better Buffalo Bills team, and we're gonna hold that the Lamar Hunt Trophy, right? We're going to hold the Lamar Hunt Trophy in Arrowhead on Sunday and bring that thing back to Buffalo.
Saying right where it's at.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming on to the show and making it so much fun. I came up with this idea when Marcus let me know that he had a pretty bad, serious eye infection, and I was going to be host of the show. Then at like 15 minutes till, when nobody was showing up, I told Marcus, I said, if they're not here by 15 till, I'm canceling the show, because, I had all these plans for all of you guys to be up here, talking smack with each other because your teams were playing each other this weekend. I truly appreciate each and every one of you coming onto the show when y'all have this year. Every time we've asked, y'all been here. Thank you so much. Good luck to your teams this weekend. May the best teams win, but most importantly, may everybody's players on their teams be healthy at the end of the games. That's the main thing.
Man. Yeah.
We've had a rough 2020 season. We really have.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it's going to get much better for the 2021 season. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But, as always, thank you all. Take care of yourselves.
I'm sorry, Mona. I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming through. I wasn't going to come on the show tonight, but I was able to fight through. I don't know if y'all can see my right eye. This bill's kind of hiding it, but thank you guys for coming through. I always appreciate the support. It's with the Rise Up family, we try to we try to, be positive, to be supportive of each other. Make sure you're watching all these guys and hear the Buck Flair Show, Mookie Hawkins with Waffle Sports, Dre, you see him all over the place, Bill's Morning Show and Monday Madness, and so I thank you guys.
Lambeau Leap, don't leave that one out.
Huh?
Lambeau Leap, don't leave that one out.
Lambeau Leap, all of that good stuff. Make sure you're watching all the shows on the Rise Up platform and supporting these guys. They really do their stuff. Very entertaining, very knowledgeable guys. Love these guys. It seems like we don't get along because we be going at each other on the show, but it's nothing but love and respect. So good luck to everybody's team.
Hey, Marcus.
What's that?
Did we forget our most favorite award show of the week?
Oh no, the Rocky Blyer Award. Listen, I had buku stuff going on this week, and today was like worse. Today was much worse.
I know who should win the Rocky Blyer Award.
Who should win the Rocky Blyer? As a matter of fact, since we got everybody here real quick, who we got for the Rocky Blyer Award? Who we got?
Ramona Die.
Ramona Die. We on Die Hard Award, the Rocky Blyer Die Hard Award to the Die Hard. Okay, I can roll with that. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah. One of the toughest SO you know what's in the world.
Right
I tell you.
Put that AB jersey on. Put that AB jersey on.
Everybody.
You realize they put that AB jersey on, and he's not playing in your playoff in a major playoff game for you.
Right.
It don't matter. It broke the curse.
Right.
That's okay. He get a week vacation early.
Make sure everybody have a good night. We'll see y'all next week. We'll
thank you for having me,
make sure you get check out Mook and Dre. They're going to be chopping it up, giving you all that Bills knowledge before the game. I know they'll have something planned out. Check these guys out. I'm meeting up with Devon. Devon's coming through El Paso. I'm going to see him in a little bit. The professional, he's coming through El Paso, so I'm going to chop it up with him for a couple of minutes. He's on the road. So everybody have a good night. We'll see y'all next week. God bless, and have a good night. Okay, we'll see y'all next week.
Good night.
Good luck, Bobby.
Good luck.
Yep. See you next week, guys.